One day after People. The Declaration of Independence is housed in the West Wing of Independence Hall in Philadelphia. Of the 200 copies printed on the 4th of July, 1776, just 25 survive. This one, prized because it was the first to be read aloud in public, is now virtually entombed.
The Declaration of Independence is protected in this ever-increasing Russian nesting doll. It's contained within an oxygen-free environment, inside a climate-controlled case, inside a climate-controlled room, inside a climate-controlled building.
Without power, humidity will creep into the case and threaten the document. But unlike today's paper, made of cellulose from trees, 18th century paper has natural cotton and linen fibers that make it stronger.
I think linen rag paper, if it wasn't subjected to any environmental forces like light, moisture, or heat, would last thousands of years.
Ten years after People, the Declaration of Independence in Philadelphia is exposed to an enemy far worse than the British Redcoats. The windows of Independence Hall's West Wing were covered with panels to keep out the caustic rays of sunlight.
Ultraviolet light excites the molecules within the paper and causes their deterioration much more quickly. The infrared, or slower frequency, produces radiant heat, which will dry out the paper and also increase the speed with which it deteriorates. So light is really the biggest enemy.
The failure of a single window pane is all that's necessary to put the Declaration in harm's way.
A small rock or a piece of another building, perhaps, that's failed, or a branch, will be blown by the wind right through that glass. Once the failure starts, it accelerates.
With nothing to stop it, the wind makes quick work of the panels. Daylight streams into the building. The words of the Declaration are beginning to disappear. A 100 yards away, the Declaration of Independence lies among the rubble of the West Wing, still intact in its bulletproof casing. The case, built to withstand the blow of a sledgehammer, has shielded the document since the year 2000. But heat and light have left the linen rag paper brittle and desiccated. 3 centuries after People, the first blast of air to penetrate through a worn seam of the case will cause the document to disintegrate.